Today we're gonna talk about the reason Sanji smokes so much. Why does Sanji smoke so much? Many people who only watch the anime probably might ask themselves this question, but the answer why he started is shown in the manga very early. So as we can see, Seth called Sanji a child a lot and Sanji hated it. To look more adult, he started smoking, even going against Seth's advice. But why did Sanji become a main smoker? I think because of Sanji's story it's possible to discover some more reasons that made a lot of sense actually. Sanji and his traumatic past with Germa was one of the reasons, and Sanji has many other traumas too because of his past. He was humiliated and tortured by his own family just because he was a normal human with a good heart and not a super soldier who was emotionless and won wars like his father wanted. In Whole Cake Island, when Sanji after a long time sees his siblings again, he was shaking with anxiety. I loved how Oda didn't hide this from us to show how much his past actually affected him. It is very human for a traumatic past like this to affect him like that. The effect of shaking is very typical. Of course, this doesn't stop Sanji from defending his values, even going as far as standing up against his family. But what is the connection between his past and being a heavy smoker? Smoking brings a feeling of relaxation, which must help Sanji to deal with his trauma, especially when he was younger and Germa events were recent in his memory. Many smokers do this to control their feelings when they're angry or sad. This also explains why Sanji wanted to smoke so much when he discovers about the pudding plan. Sanji and his hunger. Another reason why Sanji is a main smoker is because he doesn't want to feel hungry again. As we know, after the events with Germa 66, Sanji also had a second past event where he almost starved to death. This is where Sanji not only recognized the value of food, but also the pain in feeling hungry. He promised that he will never let anyone feel that pain again, no matter who it is, and this included himself. Smoking decreases appetite, so Sanji smokes because it takes away the feeling of being hungry. Even though Sanji loves to cook and feed those who need it, he hates to waste food. He probably hates to be hungry as well. This can be implied. Because the hunger would make him remember about the time he almost starved to death. This might seem like headcanon, but it actually makes a lot of sense, because Oda doesn't only let coincidence happen. Oda, the author of that manga, One Piece, actually explains everything very detailed and has many connections that can be interpreted by the viewer. Those connections of those very important points in the manga seem to be contradictory for a cook to actually smoke, but no one can deny that Sanji is a great cook, perhaps the best in One Piece. I know the only canon explanation until now is he wanted to impress Seth, but this only explains why he started, and it doesn't explain why he goes on even though Seth tells him not to do this. And it's a better explanation and it only looks cool. Now, some curiosities about Sanji and his cigarettes. First, the two brands of cigarettes Sanji smokes are King Ground and Death. There's many theories about this, which I won't go into detail about. Never does any character who liked Sanji's cigarettes survive, so you really don't want to do that. Oda is also a main smoker, so he understands very well the concept of smoking and the effects of it. Oda also designed a special lighter for Sanji, which actually looks like a woman, which is funny because Sanji is very much a playboy who tries to impress women and get close to them, which I think in this case actually is not the case, because this woman does look a bit like his mother, because the covering of her eye is very similar. Some feelings bring pain, and if Oda portrayed Sora in the form of a lighter, that brings Sanji some relief, because this actually goes deeper than you might think. Because Sanji, unlike his brothers, has feelings. He is very different from them. He couldn't just be a warmonger, and he actually could reach different kinds of strength because of this. There's also interpretations of the way the eyebrows look, whereas the left eyebrow will indicate the strength of being born strong or weak, and the right eyebrow if it's up or down, will indicate having feelings or a lack of feelings.